Hello, Monica Dina Huppert's here of Whole Heart Energy Healing. Welcome to day 4 of your Stairway to Sovereignty, Forgoing Fears for Freedom, Foresight for 2020. Today's title is, It Needs to Include This. As we start a new year, a new decade, and even a new you, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is going to take you on an adventure, a journey into exciting new places and spaces, to boldly go where no one has gone before. Okay, I see my geek side is showing, and I like it. But seriously, you've gone there before, and yet you've not gone there before. Ahead lies new territory, a chance to do things like never before, similar, perhaps, but not exactly like before, as you are a different person than you were then. You've seen new things, heard new news, and did things a little differently. Now it's time to do things a little differently again. The aim of this series is to give you 2020 vision in 2020. Use it. It may spark that something different ideas and inspire those something different actions. Hey, my auntie is here. Hi, Auntie Patsy. Thanks for joining. Yesterday, we explored the idea that if you don't know what you truly want, then how can you get it? How can you hit your target? And if you don't know what your real plan is for achieving what you want, then how are you going to get started? If it is to be, it is up to me, is a mini mantra that carries mega importance. And I hope you remember that it doesn't mean you have to do everything on your own. No, it means saying yes to the help and support to help you accomplish what you desire. In fact, that takes us to the content of today's video. When we consider what makes a great year for us personally, professionally, relationally, or financially, it really comes down to making choices that are in our own best interests. We use 2 little words, yes and no. Saying yes to what we want and most assuredly deserve in our life, and saying no to those things that simply weigh us down and no longer serve us. For most people, agreeing is the easy, often a no-brainer thing to do. We're usually more than willing to say yes loudly and proudly to what we want. Some of us have an excessive urge to be agreeable, though. We feel that it is so important to please everyone, often afraid of saying no because of one of our biggest fears, rejection. We're afraid that if we aren't agreeable, then we would disappoint them, make them angry, hurt their feelings, or appear unkind or rude. I know that certainly defined me in my growing years. As children, we learned that saying no was impolite, inappropriate, no. Saying no was off limits, and saying yes was the polite, appropriate, and likable thing to say. Unfortunately, this often led to a conflict when we wanted to say no as an adult. The urge to say yes now comes with that a lack of self-confidence and self-value, as it goes against our original programming from when we were children. And the second part is often a little more tricky for people. We genuinely want to say no to things that don't serve us. We want to say no to people who no longer resonate with us. We truly want to say no to past obligations that just don't feel right or good anymore. And of course, we want to say no to invitations that are of no interest to us. As adults, we are more mature and capable of making our own choices. We know the difference between right and wrong. The word no should no longer be an off-limits word for us, but rather something that we decide for ourselves based on our own discretion. Yet even though in our mind and heart we truly, really, honestly want to say no, we find ourselves reluctantly saying yes, and therefore end up doing things that don't work for us or even make us feel miserable. We hold on to our childhood beliefs and continue to associate the word no with being ill-mannered, dislikable, unkind, or even selfish. To be happy means giving ourselves permission to lovingly say no to what no longer serves. We must live our lives for ourselves, not anyone else. Learning to say no is realizing our own value. Choosing our own opinions about ourselves over what others think of us is what we must do to cross over that line from our childhood and our teaching into adult knowing. I've learned that when we live our lives dependent upon other people's approval, we never truly feel happy or free. Being dependent on other people's approval is like saying that their opinion is of more importance than our own. Realize that it really isn't worth it to say yes when you don't want to. We have the right to say no, and we shouldn't be afraid of letting other people down at the cost of our own happiness. We have a precious and finite amount of time and energy to use each day, each week, and each month this year. Learning wisely to devote that time and energy to what truly matters, and knowing when to say no to most everything else is a game-changing practice. Again, I have for you a PDF of some action steps that you can take to aid you in your journey. Please download it. It's free for the month of January, and use it as you like. It's my sincere hope that you are supported during this quest and can find someone to go along with you on your journey. I would be honored if that someone was me. Let's do this. Together is better. Monica Dina Hupperts of Whole Heart Energy Healing. This has been day 4 of your Stairway to Sovereignty. Forgoing Fears for Freedom. Foresight for 2020. So you can get a new year, a new decade, and a new you off to an abundant new start. Cheers to your success. Bye-bye. I'll have that PDF posted right away. Take care. Bye, Auntie. Thanks for coming, and thanks for watching so much.